Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Breaking the Fourth Wall with Doomepitaph. So, last thing I've checked out on Let It Die was Palewind. That's quite the crazy fight. But from what I'm seeing from people, it seems doable. And the cost at the moment is still reduced price, so if you're practicing on hard mode, I guess that'll be 21,000 every go about it, and you still have those weekly quests for 100,000 kill coins, so might be manageable to practice the fight and get it down properly. What the hell is... nothing really worth buying. Golden shroom maybe. I'll get that, sure. Anyway, I'm planning on streaming 2 games this evening. I'm gonna start off with Let It Die. I'll be working on the top floors, trying to progress through the machete, and then after gaining some progress, talking about all kinds of stuff, and well, we'll see how well everything goes. At some point, I'll tell everyone I'm gonna hop off Let It Die, and then I'll be starting a Monster Hunter World stream straight after that. A new game with Monster Hunter World for anyone who'd be interested in seeing that. Hello Sonic, and welcome. So, looks like I still got this set up. I was so ready to be using the murder stick to kill one of the Forcemen. I was ready for it. But no, it had to be a fight, a weird fight, where we're not using weapons this time. Ah, the DBSS. You have that. Congratulations. Have you got it maxed out yet? So, Palewind seems doable. Just gotta get that combat machete. I haven't watched any kill videos for it on YouTube. As usual, I'm not gonna be the trendsetter when it comes to figuring out the Forcemen. I never have been. People have got some things out of my videos in the past, but I've never been the first to come up with any kind of strategy for a Forceman. They're really they're an odd lot. So let's see, what am I preparing here? Right, gotta get a different armor set. Going to the top floors. Get rid of all this stuff. Oh yeah, the boom shrooms, the punch shrooms. Ah, those were expensive to get. Cost me 7 death medals. And 21,000 kill coins to get those. So, what armor are we using today? Red napalm, sure. Poison weapon. Probably not. Bowling crusher. And what else? The hats, doesn't matter. Gotta change those decals. So it's an odd thing with that internet connection. It just seems to disappear out of nowhere, and then it goes creeping slow, and I have to turn off the modem, turn it back on, and all of a sudden it comes back. It's like at 1 megabyte per second down, 1 megabyte per second up. Then I reset the modem, maybe it costs 1 time, maybe it costs 2 times, and it's back to like 150 plus down and 2 to 3 up. Okay, 1 take 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's the amount of items we can take bonus. The rage move weapon, some blunt and slashing damage. Change out those decals.
Are you 100% sure?
Premium,
sure?
non-premium,
Are you sure?
wasted mushrooms.
Are you 100% sure?
And usual setup, I'm guessing. Let's see, professional gymnasts.
Are you sure?
The kind of gymnast type deal over here. Reduce stamina consumption 30% and 30% dodging. That's the one.
Are you sure?
I'll probably forget to capitalize on it, as I tend to do lately. Get my ass kicked regardless.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm sure it's okay for defending. Probably. Any fire weapon will kind of put pressure on your enemy. Fire, armor breakage, weapons that cause knockdown. Usually weapons that have a very small attack window, and they're easy to recover from, so your fighter can guard straight away after attacking. There's a few weapons that are a real pain in the ass when that is concerned, like the nail gun, for instance. That's the nail gun and the lightning rod are two types of weapons that really put pressure on people, armor breakage, and they don't leave your defenders open so easily. So yeah, you can hit those weapons and then guard almost immediately afterwards, so it's very tough to find an opening for those. What is this one? The Poison Eater, I think? Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think that is it. Hello everyone, welcome.
Yeah, come again.
Well, my defense at the moment, actually, I think my defense is only half set up right now, because I stole one of my defender's gear, because he was wearing white steel. I have to re-equip that. Yeah, I was using white steel for the Pale Wind fight. Oh yeah, this is not right. What's going on here? Dexterity discount. Damn, I've completely messed up this cosplay, and it's been messed up for ages, I'm guessing. Because I know I took the armor for Pale Wind, but I think I took the massager as well. So this has not been the real white steel that people have faced the last while. Okay, take out white steel stuff. Let's see, that should do. There, and then the weapon, one of the massagers. I'll probably take the one that's almost broken. Yeah, that one will do. Pretty cool that you can change all this without having to swap out your fighters anymore. I think you used to have to take them off of defense. Didn't you? Isn't that how it worked? Well, anyway, you can set up all this while in this menu. Pretty convenient, if you ask me. There you go. So the defense is set. Now anyone who fights me will be going up against 3 Forcemen and a weird red creature. Yep. almost good to go. Just gotta sort this thing out. Captain Yotsuyama. What is all this? 1-day express pass. Wait a minute. I'm gonna check the website quickly. Is that a login bonus or something? I'm not seeing it. Issues. Man, it's a wall of text. I cannot read that all right now. Yep. Not gonna bother, but I might have to log on to my Let's Play account and check the login bonuses if I'm getting those free daily passes, because those are worth getting. Yeah, well, I'll check the mail for some information on it over there. Made back some of the death medals that I wasted on the Pale Wind fight. Kind of felt stupid to just leave the video a few seconds long, so I just threw some death medals at it and tried figuring things out for a bit longer, but yeah. I was kind of clueless when it came to that fight. RKO, is that a question to me? Yeah, I've beaten White Steel on Nightmare mode. Let's see. And okay, still got one I have to get rid of because it has to be 50 or less. Good amount of resources here. Definitely enough to farm out like Pale Wind or something. Whoops. One more item I forget to take. Come on, let me back in. Okay, small numbers. 5,000, that one should do. Seems to be good. I'll be digging into that probably when I'll start farming Pale Wind. Not exactly sure how people are dealing with him. I'll have to check a guide on the internet. See how people are winning that fight. So the Valentine's event has a couple of interesting bonuses to it. It's all linked to quests. So there's 5 quests in total. Collecting heart shrooms in the tower. There's 4 quests for collecting 10 heart shrooms, 50,000 kill coins, tryptamine D, barb meat full portion, death medals ×3. And then there's one for collecting 50 heart shrooms with a golden hearts skill decal, which has value only in it's a collector's item, you could say. It's a non-premium decal, so you'll lose it if you change it, but I don't know of many other ways of getting it, so if you want to fill out that decal book, you'll want to get that. Go for it, I'd say, Shenron. The claw is a pretty fun weapon to use. Pretty good for dealing with haters. Like the hardcore haters, they're still a problem, but farming kill coins, it's pretty durable. And yeah, it's got a good rage move to it. Speed, and it's got quite a few uses. Definitely my go-to poison weapon. It was the first thing I upgraded as well. Like I'd go for the poison bat too. They're both pretty good poison weapons. Medusa head. Not that great. What am I doing at this fighter freezer? Was I after something? No. I'm interacting with the wrong thing. I have to be talking with these guys. Alright, snowcaps as well. So we're kind of having overlapping events going on at the moment. I guess the Valentine's Day is kind of a short, kind of seasonal event. Heart shrooms times 10, times 50. I don't know if I should be picking that one up. I'll probably want to have that. I'll probably want to get that decal in the book. It's gonna be rare. The free death metals for sure. Tryptamine D, good value. And that's all. That's all I can pick up. So I'll just be leaving with those. And I'll see if I can get some of those new mushrooms on the top floors. Alright, just gonna pick out a couple of mushrooms and then get going. Probably not doing that great on live stream still. Yep. Have to go and farm live streams at some point. And mouse shrooms as well. Well, damn. No mushrooms. I guess I'll just leave those. It'll be fine. I'll get rage on the way. Ah, so he's upgrading things, is he, Jack Frost? Well, that's good. I haven't watched any of his videos in a while. I've been kind of busy lately. Had some things going on. By the way, I got a comment on one of my videos, Let's Plays recently, about the mic, like cutting in and out, being choppy. If you notice anything, let me know. Like, I've noticed when calling people that every time I get some kind of lag spike in game, that the mic also bugs out a little bit. But I think I mentioned it in the comments. I've got the TV table between me and the PS4, so that might be interfering with the signal. I mean, I don't know how weak this PS4 controller signal is, but yeah, I hope it's nothing to do with the mic. Put it that way. Wait a minute. There we go. That's better. And I think we're all good to go. I feel like I should be buying something. I'm gonna purchase one of those strength increasing hats and get that on cooldown.
Welcome.
Does it have a counter on any of the weapons and stuff to show if you've got those in your bank? Doesn't look like it. Oh well. Which one is it? The X-ray glasses? Yep, that's the one.
Come back anytime.
And I guess I could just send it. I'll use the Dustin to send it back. So I got this Japanese wiki open. I should probably open up the page for the blue machete and figure out what the materials are to upgrade that thing. I think I've got it at base, the blue machete. So let's see, weapons, 4-stage weapon list. I've got it open on the Chrome, which will automatically translate it to English, but it's still, you know, some of these weapons still seem weird in translation. There's some weird names in here, like the Zurashi for interpersonal use. What the hell is that? The hockey stick at the end of the century. So what is the name of that blue machete? Jungle machete? Yeah, it's probably that one. Yeah, it's to be expected. Like, if it wasn't, then there'd be, you know, they'd be pulling everyone's legs. They could have. There are two other stats that haven't been used yet. They could have used. Let's see, stamina I don't think has been used yet, and luck neither. So, whoop. They could have done either of those. I mean, it could have been stamina. Realistically, it wouldn't have been luck, because then people would have gone absolutely mental. Seeing as, yeah. I don't know, actually. Like, maybe people would have thought it great if it was luck, if it worked. But I don't think we've had a single luck increasing helmet in the game yet. So that's a whole other thing. Alright, off we go. So let's see what this thing costs to upgrade.
Hard to visit, hard to leave. You're on the highway to hell.
Ultra Pure ×6, red metal of Candle Wolf, yep, red milk, a silver skill shroom, and a purple war ensemble. So purple metal. Okay, but what are the other rare materials? Oh, just those purple wars, I guess. Seems like the only difficult material. Not exactly sure which floor to go to then, if that's the only material I'm looking for. Might be 45. Seem to get a decent amount of purple just going to that low Tryptamine D room. I wonder if anyone has the weapon of Pale Wind yet. Excuse me. Okay, get that fire off. I can roll a lot, so I better make use of that. Be a mistake not to. Didn't stand a chance. Almost got 1,000,000 experience. Okay, please die. Oh man. Didn't aim him right. Could get him off the tower from here. Oh. Oh, look at that. They're always landing on that section over there. Dealt with it. I think we've had a few glitches happening on streams. Like a weird glitch. It was kind of recent. Didn't happen that long ago. Was with the floating weapons going on. Okay, so I knocked you into the ground, but we're kind of on a bridge, so your body just disappeared. Oh really, Dominic? That's, well, I guess it's hard to judge by the numbers. But, does it have a combo? Or is it like, is there a weapon you can compare it to? I would guess it would be something like the motorcycle. That's what I'm thinking it acts like. Ultra Pure, I actually have quite a lot of Ultra Pure. How much do I need for that? 6 each upgrade. Take you with me. Oh man. Not sure if I'm gonna get those quests done on time. I'd actually have to spend time playing this game to do that. I really haven't been playing that much Let It Die lately. I've been on Monster Hunter World a lot. I was thinking about it, like, they're games that are kind of comparable. Like you can collect different gear, kind of RPG style elements there, collecting gear, upgrading it, kind of. And there's a lot of grind to it, so if you like grindy games, then Monster Hunter World might be right up your alley. This is worth testing. Huh. Does the combo actually hit the target? Hater, for instance? Because the problem with some of these latest Forceman weapons is that they don't seem as effective at their job, which is killing things. And if they've got a combo, like the Vajra of Light, then it doesn't really matter if the first few hits connect, if the next attacks you do have no effect. There we go. Well, that's good. That's a very good start. If it actually works and it's got good stun lock potential. Actually, every weapon in the game so far has had proper stun lock potential. At least in so far as it's able to pull off its own like multiple hit combos. There are weapons that don't like 100% though, like the multi-hit ones. I'm carrying a few that break that rule actually. Come on. Like you don't really stun lock people with the iron, but it does have that fire damage over time. So that's kind of what you're trying to apply. So it's useful. What are you gonna do? There we go. Right. Kick my ass. Okay. Recharge. That almost went horribly wrong. Oops. I was actually not planning to Gore-tastic him, I was planning to punch him off. But I ended up Gore-tastic him, and anyway. It's kind of a, that's a point where you can accidentally mess things up. The rage moves and the Gore-tastics being the same input. Pretty sure that's killed me quite a few times. I'm not sure if I should be picking this up. Maybe I will. Since we're going to the 25th, the 45th floor instead, 46th floor. Crush rooms, I don't know, maybe I need them. I mean, it's not counting them that I've got them in my storage because they're not cooked. It's only counting the cooked one because they count as two different mushrooms. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this floor. I might miss out on a carbon fiber, but who knows? Maybe it's not even there. It's Schrodinger's carbon fiber. I think that's a thing in gaming that people always wonder, like when loot is decided. When does it get decided? Like a boss that has a certain chance of dropping an item for you. When was decided that that item was going to drop? Was it at the start of the boss fight that the RNG figures are flipping around and it's already locked in on your reward? Or is it like at the end of the fight that the numbers are working their magic and figuring out what's gonna drop? Because for some loots, it's kind of easy to think of it as something that would be calculated on the moment of the death of whatever you're killing that might be dropping said item. But there are situations where, like, mobs will spawn at a random chance as well, or items may spawn in dungeons at a random chance, and then the items will. If you see them as loot that drops, then the drop rate will be calculated as you probably walk into the dungeon or whatever these items will spawn or mobs will spawn. Don't know how I'm going to deal with this. I got rage, so I think I'll just rage the hell out of one of these few. Yeah, that solved that problem rather nicely. Hey, don't. Okay, gotcha. Fire, yeah, I'll take that on my right hand. Another rage weapon. Still looking for poison. Gotta keep in mind to get poison if I see someone especially haterfied using a poison weapon. Okay then. Anything over here? Well, I guess this is a floor that I don't really care about. Hey, get credit. Ow. Let's see, 18% resistance to poison. So that's a decent healing over time, I guess. I hate that you guys can use that move now. I mean, they might have been able to do that in the past, but it seems to be much more frequent now. So that's the move I'll be using to deal with Pale Wind. Hit him with a jump attack 5 times. Step 1. Step 2, knock him into the goal. Then step 3, profits. Girl bird. It is pretty good that you're getting credit for the pickup quests now also when consuming items, because very often I would not pick up or not gain credit for the pick up not beasts quest because I would be eating them every time on kill. And also there's a lot of mushrooms in the game that you'll just want to eat just when you see them. There's no real point in carrying around for a long time. You guys seem happy.
Fuck you.
You're not happy. Okay, that's not poison. I'd rather you had a poison weapon. Close shave. We could already leave the floor. There's no real point in staying here. Except maybe finding that poison snail. If there even is one on this floor. There should be. It's 30 to 40, so this might be the place where you've got that one like shrine looking tile. If that shrine room is here, then there might be some snails. So there is a reason to stay on this floor. Hey, there's also a snail just down here. Good. I'll need another living beast though. Have I got something? Oh, there's nothing in those. I wonder if these boxes can even spawn beasts. There might be that some boxes can spawn beasts and others can't. Oh, there should be something over here. Just have to make sure not to kill it by accident. No beasts. Oh man. Yeah, I usually kill the beasts on accident, breaking those boxes. And then there's like a treasure chest behind here, or a screamer or something. This time there was nothing. Well, there could be one in here. Turtle? Oh, cool. Turtle. Ah, spotted us. Okay, that's a scary attack. I don't want to get hit by that. Is that a 2-hit? Ah, gotcha. Murderous Rake, I don't know. Take it with me just in case. Probably gonna run out of weapon space soon. Picking up way too much weapons. Right. Throw this rock at that snail. Got him. Oh, you. He does it again. That's a problem I had throwing turtles at snails sometimes. They get snappy and you lose your snail. Well, at least we got one poison healing cycle out of it. Yeah, that might be death over there, so I'm not gonna bother. Anything that could be healed? That I'll use this snowman shroom on. Yeah, that'll do. Gonna go and climb to a higher floor already. I mean, we've cleared just about everything. Not necessarily a floor that I'd want to completely clear out. There's not a resource that I want. And the next one will be replaced by a store, because they always seem to do that. Or will it not? Yep, there it is. Because it holds a material that I actually do want to look for. Or it's got a good chance of spawning carbon fiber, since it's the cloth only floor on this route. I wonder if I can upgrade this machete already. I think I found war purple last time. I picked up purple. See, I've got the the +0 battle machete E. So I should be able to... How much does it cost? Silver skill shroom, red medal, no purple for the first. Wait, no. At this rate, at this rank, it's nothing, no purple. At the next one, +1. 1 purple +1, 2 purple +2, and like that. So with each grade of weapon is the amount of purple war that will be required. Well, skip the floor. That's something good to see with the shop floors. At least you'll get that out of it. You'll get to your final destination quicker. But you'll miss out on the floor that they spawn in. There's a decalibration event going on right now. Probably some new decals. Poison Master. Like, there's so much decals, I don't even know which ones are new anymore. Poison Master looks new. Don't remember seeing that anywhere before. Seems good. Another one in the trend of combining two effects to make an even better decal. In this case, it will be combining the Poison Eater with what is that? I forget. But the decal that does you increased poison damage. I don't know why you care for that. What does poison damage do in this game? No one knows. Hello. Oh no. Nasty combo. Worst. Worst wasn't good enough. Oh. Ah, walked right into that. That was silly. Go on, man. Ooh, nice one. That damage. Got ya. No, you don't. It's annoying when they're skirting the edge like that. You'll see that sometimes, that they go right to the edge of a certain area and then... The haters are programmed with a rear view mirror in their character. They know exactly where... like a parking assist. They know exactly the space left for them to walk. Well, you don't have eyes in the back of your head, so you'll probably fall into any pitfalls as you're kiting the haters back. So they've got the advantage over you, since they're AI, and you're limited by your human eyes, all the perception you have. It's at 180 degrees. Okay, snowcap. Probably find something to heal. Might have a bunch of... might have some beasts to consume here. And another 30s floor. I wonder how long it's gonna be till I find poison snail. Whoops. There we go. Gold and a rat. Don't know what I'll do with that, but hey, skill shroom. I don't need that to upgrade the weapon. Steel, no thanks. Didn't it just used to be so that you had like as much chance of finding special steel as you did steel? Just one great difference from the material on the floor. False brain shroom. Okay, nothing else I want on this room. Just gonna carry on this direction. Okay, and that's our destination already. Floor 46. Oh no. The Grim Reaper. No big deal. We got him. Ultra Beer? Yeah, I'll pick up all the Ultra Beer I can. Seeing as we're nearing the end of the run anyway. I'll do like 2 runs to 46 and see how much purple we get out of it. Sorry. Okay, that's better. Blaster. I don't know.
Jesus Christ! I fucking died, you asshole!
Charming. Oh yeah, not you. Although, I'm trying to hit him on his jump. Come on. Well, he is resistant to pierce, so, and a defender. With all the good defense increasing decals. Come on, buddy. Are you gonna get poisoned? Oops. Path is open. Nice shots. Yeah, now you're just getting terrible. Sweet. I had a feeling it was special steel just by the look of it. It had a darker tint on it. That's awesome. Another special steel. They do seem to be more common than they were before. I mean, they were less common. They were more common, and then they were less common, and now they're more common again. I still don't know what kind of spawn rate they've got. Right, is this the way? Nope, that is not the way. I think, yeah, that's where it came from. No other material spots on the way, so let's just see what we got in the reward room. I wonder what these rooms' official names are anyway. Reward room, server room. So anyway, if anyone is noticing anything going on with the microphone, if I'm cutting out every now and then, let me know. Or just you know, it'll be up on YouTube. Just put it in the comments, because yeah, I can't really continue making videos if there's something wrong with the mic. Another special steel. That is good. Good run so far. Go on, war purple. Gimme, gimme. Ah. Well, already got a good amount of rare resources out of it. If it's purple 1 every 2 runs, that's also good. Steel, massive iron, and ultra pure. I'm not exactly sure if I need massive iron for anything. Well, yeah, I'll pick up the ultra pure. Does take like 6 every upgrade level. And I got a feeling I can already upgrade the machete like 1 level. I wonder if the people who are taking on Pale Wind have got that weapon fully upgraded, if that's even necessary. Yeah, people have been saying to knock Pale Wind into the nets to get him to get that full damage. After you explode out of it, you get some full damage when you reach the middle of the arena. So maybe a build that focuses on gaining rage would be a good thing. I forgot. I had 50 out of 50, so sending it back here isn't saving time. Just making me waste the time now. Couple of helpful resources. Extra glasses. Okie dokie. The snow caps. I don't know what to do with those. Haven't found a single heart shroom yet, actually. Might want to check the lower floors just so I've at least seen what those heart shrooms look like, and hopefully added them to the mushroom collection. Just gonna check. Picture book, mushroom collection. Okay, those are new. Where's that empty spot that you'd expect to be there for the heart shroom? Oh, wait a minute, heart shroom. Oh, silly me. It's not a new mushroom. It's an already existing mushroom. It's just that lowest healing deal. Yeah, well, that's a pretty easy quest then. Though, are they that common? I think you'd see other mushrooms more often. Like tough shroom seems to be showing up pretty often.
Oh, it's you.
So, yeah, this looks good. I can get 2 upgrades out of this one. Silver Skill Shroom, Candlewolf Red, Milk Red, and War Purple.
This one looks worthwhile.
I'm hoping +2 will be enough to take on Palewind. Here we go. Might as well spend those death medals that I got in the reward box today. Still haven't checked the Yotsuyama message connected to those weird login rewards.
Masterpiece has been born.
I'll have to check that in a minute. Okay, there we go.
Look,
So up 200 damage. I'll probably end up at like 2,600 something. Got the website open so I can check. Yeah, almost 2,700. 2,693 damage when fully upgraded. Come on, let me out.
come back anytime.
So let's see, Captain Yotsuyama. Apology coins. Map issues. Wow, there was an issue with floor map. Sorry for the inconvenience. Have a bunch of free stuff. That's cool. Apology coins for maintenance extension and emergency maintenance. 50,000. Oh, nice. That is good. That's good. I'll probably log in on my Let's Play account just to get that popping into the reward box. Don't want to miss out on it. You'll actually lose certain login bonuses or apology rewards, I guess, if you don't log in within a certain time window after said event which they're apologizing for occurred. Or just any kind of event really, like streams as well. You'll miss out on those rewards for them beating stream challenges if you don't log in within a certain time frame. Obviously either days or weeks. Let's see. I think we're good for another run. Just checking my gear, see if it's good enough. Didn't spend much bowling crusher, that's good. Murderous hockey stick, still got some murder left in it. Let's get rid of these guys. Don't even think it's worth selling. We'll make up the time that we could have sold these. If time is money, you know, we'll just kill someone quicker than we can go and talk to Mr. Shopkeeper. So the next rank is questionable if I'll be able to get that. It's +3, meaning 3 times war purple. That's 1 in 4. If it's a purple medal, it'll be 1 in 4 that it's the war purple, and it's not guaranteed purple if we're going to floor 46. So, and even if you're going to floor 50, it's still that 1 in 4 chance you've got the medal you're after. Here we go. So, yesterday I was watching a few episodes of Terra for Mars, which is an interesting anime. It's taking on the concept of what if the humans were squashed by the cockroaches instead of vice versa. What if the cockroaches had the same attitude towards humans as humans had towards cockroaches? And I think a lot of people compared the show to Attack on Titan because it seems to have a disregard for a lot of characters in that they seem to die quickly, and it's got that over-the-top suspense going on and crazy action scenes. Blank. Wow, nice critical. I think I'm only halfway through the series, well, the first season at the moment, and I'm just about at the point where this character called Adolf does all kinds of badass things. Let's see, no fire, but there's a snail, there's a couple of turtles, so I guess I'll pick up you. This rock, I'll throw at the snail, get him off the wall. Okay, don't bite him. Don't. Good boy. Alright. Yeah, it's been a weird show. Like, especially the appearance of the characters in Terraform Mars. They're kind of genetically modified humans, spliced with animal DNA, and they've got these weird, like, fragmented eyes. Very, very, well, very iconic art style, I'd say, like that. Like, if you see that kind of look on a character with those weird fragmented eyes and bug parts or animal parts on them, then it's definitely a Terraform Mars character. I mean, I don't know when it aired originally, but I've been watching the dub since I only watch dub and never sub. Even if it means I have to wait for years to watch a show. I used to watch the big three, you could say. The Bleach, Naruto, One Piece. The crazy long-running, super popular shows. I say I used to watch them, but I kind of just watch them on and off and have extremely long breaks in between. Like I'll drop a show for years and wait for the dub to catch up. So I've got a few more, dozen, maybe 50, maybe 100 episodes more to watch, and then I'll often just restart the whole show from scratch and watch through until how far they've got then. And then I'll be left with a feeling of emptiness after reaching the last episode of how far the dub got. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will get angry at me and say that I should watch the sub. But I don't speak Japanese. These voices mean nothing to me. I mean, I'm sure they're speaking with passion and they're good voice actors, but it doesn't mean much to me because I don't understand Japanese. Also, I'm not planning to ever move to Japan, so I don't see why I would learn Japanese. There are a few shows though that I'm missing out on, kind of, and that I've got in the back of my mind that I have to, you know, keep an eye on if they ever get dubbed or if they plan on ever dubbing them. And then there'll be shows that I'll just never be able to watch because they're just never gonna get the dub. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure would be a big one. That's one I'm definitely missing out on being able to watch like right now. I'm running around like a headless chicken right now because I'm seeing things I know I have to be paying attention to or picking up. The bird, you need cooking, but I've got no fire. What can I do to you without fire, bird? Nothing. I guess you'll live happily ever after. Yeah. He'll survive. Let's see, are we going up green? Yeah. Well, pretty good start, I'd say. Better than the last one. Got a poison snail out of the deal. Didn't manage to get that last one. Accidentally fed him to the turtle. They should really just take that animation, that little scene out of there where they block off the floor. It's nothing special really, like every floor is blocked off except for the first one. So... nice friendly fire there. Oh man, you're just gonna take those little shots of me from the distance, aren't you? If I had poison, I would poison you right now. Ha. Caught you on the roll. Get on the pile. Yep, that's a good hat. Definitely gonna pick that up and use it. So yeah, Terraform Mars, pretty much a action kind of like fighting series with a bunch of tough guys fighting other tough guys, and one side gets stronger, and then the other guys get stronger, and yeah, it's a war for survival of the human race type situation. Humans versus cockroaches. Really creepy looking cockroaches. And humanoid. Excuse me. Yeah, they've actually been dubbing a whole bunch of series that I've been interested in watching. Fire weapon. Yeah, I need that. Oh, come on, don't. My new hats. You killed it. Actually, I've got poison now, so I'm gonna cook this. Yep, you're on fire. Just doesn't look like it. Drop the snail. Like, there's an anime of Ace Attorney. Like, I had no idea that that was ever gonna be animated. I think it's from a video game. The first time I saw Ace Attorney was on YouTube. I think it was turned into some kind of meme. They called it Phoenix Wrong. I don't know if Phoenix Wright is what the Ace Attorney games are called, or if that's the name of the lawyer. But yeah, there's some pretty funny videos out there on YouTube with Ace Attorney videos called Phoenix Wrong, with them taking pop culture references and making the characters from that game voice them over. Only got a crushroom, might as well use this. Poison? Aha! You were dealt with. JoJo, I think they're busy. That's getting dubbed, or at least Stardust Crusaders. Haven't even seen that. Haven't even seen that famous scene where Dio slows down the world. Just insane. So yeah, I'm sure the dub won't be terrible. We're kind of living in an age where you don't often see terrible dubs, actually. Like, the hatred towards dubs was justified, I'd say, back when they first became westernized, the whole anime scene. But nowadays you've got a long list of really decent voice actors. So yeah, aside from maybe some repetitiveness, there's nothing really to complain about. Excuse me. Oh, with that annoying long-range nonsense. Yeah, shoot him instead. Oh, they're just gonna carry on doing this, aren't they? Yeah. Come on. Rage. Man, I hate that weapon. Really not liking the crossbow. can't really do much about it than just stand there and take those hits. Oh, hello. Yes, exactly what I needed. Perfect. That's a lucky get right there. I don't know what... You know what's got me in a bit of a weird state of mind when it comes to these low floors? It's that climb 10 floors quest. I don't usually go down here when climbing top floors, but I've got it in a mindset to kill everything on the floor for that 10 floors quest. I'm already poisoned, but thanks for the offer. Blunk. I wonder what class they were. Another one of these? Seriously? I'm not even picking these up. I've got 20 of them in my storage. Never use them. And you've only got limited space, so you can't just run around, you know, picking everything up. Like, sure, you could at one point in time need it, that resource, and then look back and regret all those times you left it lying, but you know, realistically you can't really have a stock of everything perfectly. It just isn't the space. And again, the cloth floor is replaced. Okay, how much floors left? 2 floors to go, and got a decent amount of kill coins. I think I'm gonna buy a healing item, maybe 2. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna heal up in, on the next floor. And off we go! Ah. So yeah, there's quite a few series I'm looking forward to, like Overlord 2. Overlord 1 was pretty good. It takes that trope that you're seeing quite often these days of a fantasy world where a real world person is well, dragged into or gets stuck in. Pretty often it's an MMO type world. You've got your Sword Arts Online and the Dot Hack series and the Log Horizons, but I think Overlord's a pretty good one. It's doesn't get too over the top technical. Got a bunch of action scenes. Really cool, badass main character. Let's see. Hello, Real Chris. Welcome. Don't know if you've been here for a while, but yeah. Ever since I've been talking about anime, people have been just not saying a word. Don't know if I'm boring everyone. Excuse me. You should not be kicking my ass this thoroughly, you hater-fied person. It's not fair. By the way, I've come across an interesting piece of information on Let It Die. I mean, it's not news, you could say. It's just kind of a little detail. Like, I don't remember who it was. Might have been Destiny. Had someone in my friend lists. Was it Destiny? I'm not sure. Don't remember. It was someone who had to go up against my fighter on floor 30 when dealing with Crowley. And it was a fighter I'm sure I put on TDM defense. So it seems that the game kind of just takes someone... No, you don't. Kind of just takes someone from your friend lists and pits them against you on floor 30 on certain Crowley dice rolls, it would seem. Because I went up against someone on my friend lists and I was confused that they died on floor 30 against Crowley, when I know that they're much further in the game and they shouldn't really be dying there. How do I rate this game out of 10? I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's really my place to be rating anything out of 10. Don't think that's a good judgment. Excuse me. Just gotta deal with this guy. Yep. And he's reloading. Take him out. Shooter class. I would rate this game. It's free to play, so you get out of it what you put in it, what you want. You can choose to pay nothing, and any enjoyment you get out of it will be just, that'll be all yours. I'd say I'd definitely pick it up. It's free to play, and it's a very unique style of game. Like the first few hours playing the game, you'll see some really weird and wacky things that definitely are worth the experience. Like you can drop it whenever you want. You can put money into it. Just don't put money in it you can't afford. But yeah, you can play through a lot of the game without spending a dime. Well worth the investment of $0, I would say. Off you pop. I think he's just forgotten about me. Oh no, there he is. He's back. Oh damn, was that another person? No, it was just a corpse freaking out, I think. Defender, diamond, very tanky. Squish. Thank you. Yeah, you're seeing kind of like the very end game gameplay going on right now. This is like the the candy store. This is the farming spot for the top grade materials. And there is there's quite a bit of grinding involved. The further you get in the game, the more you're gonna have to grind to deal with the challenge. Oh my god, I hope the mic's coming through properly because I'm getting a bit of input lag going on here. Every time you see the character twitch, it's getting a bit laggy. Oh yeah, I'm not wanting, don't want to get hit by that. You missed. So yeah, where was I? Overlord. Yeah, Overlord was an interesting series. It's like, I think some... what did you just... You sneaky bugger. Gotcha. I think some of those real world people trapped in a fantasy setting type shows often have their main characters underpowered and have to deal with a lot of silly little things, but Overlord kind of takes it completely in a different direction, and it makes that a guild master who's been part of the MMO for years. Ooh, is this? Sweet! That is great! Getting a lot of special steel, that elusive creature. Finally finding a lot of that stuff. Awesome. Well, yeah, it kind of does away with the tired old trope of people like just getting into the game or not being that far in, getting stuck in the world and having to fight with a bunch of people on their like higher level than them. Well, in Overlord, you have a guild master who's stuck in the game, and he's got access to all the legendary items that you'd have as a guild master. He's just trying to take over the world. Also, he's not like constantly whining, "Oh no, woe is me, I'm stuck in this fantasy world. I want to go back to real life." And then they spend all of their efforts just trying to go back to real life. And yeah, kind of has a different spin on the whole stuck in an MMO deal. So looking forward to getting into the second season of Overlord. This is such a serene scene. It's usually a nasty trap if you're on the normal floor. But this clone, nope. Just drop in some healing snails and set you on your way. Also, I often find this Otaya being replaced with, where is it? 16, 15, Usogaya. Yep. So, Otaya replaced with Usogaya. That happens pretty often. And it's okay. I'm okay with it. It's a very easy floor to explore and find all the resources. They're not many, but it's alright. So, Tahe, let's see what we got there. Maybe another purple. Yeah, I like the show. I like the intro animation as well. Like, it's been a while since I've watched it. I've watched so many anime series that I kind of forget a lot about many of them. I'd have to rewatch a show multiple times to to properly remember like all of the scenes, and don't even ask me any of the names of characters, because I'm terrible with names, especially Japanese names. But this season there's actually a few interesting looking ones, and some of them are not dubbed, and I'm not sure if they will be anytime soon. You've got Made in Abyss, which looks cartoonish and Ghibli-esque, but people are saying it's good. Devilman Crybaby, I heard of it. Is it good? I know Devilman is a whole thing. Like he's this long, like this old anime superhero type character who's been around for a while. Right, that was another pretty good run. Got 2 very good pieces of upgrade materials, and the weapons are still good to go. We got the snail, but we can't take him worse, so just gonna be eating the snow cap. Probably fix the weapon we're wearing. Cool. And gonna get rid of you and bank everything else. Go away, go away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay, bank the rest, and we'll be off. Lately, more and more, I just can't be bothered with interacting with the store dude and going through 2 levels of rolling beetle just to get a few thousand kill coins. You'll get those 1,000 kill coins somewhere else, you know. Same kill coins, different place. That's the same with expeditions. I don't do expeditions anymore. I know people who really still like doing a lot of expeditions, but honestly, if you're not getting anything other than kill coins and spliffium out of it, I wouldn't bother, because you're just, every hour you're spending maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes bank management. It's just a waste of time. You can use that time more valuably. Horror. That does seem, that seems good. Wouldn't mind checking that out. Like these superhero shows, they're not always very dark. They're sometimes very lighthearted and bubbly. So definitely I will check that out. I'll write it on my list. So yeah, there was Ace Attorney, Overlord 2, The Ancient Magus Bride is another one, which they are dubbing, so gotta wait for that. And I don't really care if anyone says it's blasphemy to watch dubbed only, but hey, that's my choice. And as I mentioned earlier, I will literally wait for years, if I have to watch a show until it gets dubbed. Like, I've been following One Piece on and off for years, the same with the other big 3. And yeah, Naruto and Bleach, not so much actually lately. Like, it gets to a point, and spoilers, the next few seconds I'm gonna be talking about in like episode 300 of Shippuden, so like 5-year-old spoilers or something like that. After a certain, well, it wouldn't, not even spoilers. After a certain fond character in Naruto's life dies, he kind of gets really glum and depressed, and you know, I don't even care if he snaps out of it. I've watched enough episodes of him being just super depressed to just not like the feel of the show anymore. So kind of put that on like a almost permanent hiatus. Bleach kind of ended with a certain like big conclusion. So, or at least in my book it did. So that leaves One Piece that I'm still waiting for more dubs to arrive. And I think they are working feverishly on dubbing that, so I don't actually have to wait for years. I could probably just put it aside for a few months and already have some more to watch. But yeah, it takes a while getting through all those episodes. I think the dub's at like 550-ish for One Piece, so I can't. If you want to get back into the series, yeah, it's, 550 episodes. That's gotta take a month off work to watch all that. Season 2 My Hero Academia. Haven't watched any of that yet. Watched the first season, really good. Blanc. All right. Yeah, I'm not like I'm not really that knowledgeable about all the shows that are out there. I haven't watched many obscure things. Oh, just a fair few. I'm subscribed to some people who keep me well updated on YouTube. And it's quite a substantial anime community going on YouTube. Some of the big names I follow: Glass Refraction, Mystic Chronexia, the Anime Man. Not a huge fan of him. I don't necessarily like his style of humor half of the time. Giguk was covering anime since like, I don't know if he's the OG, but he's definitely one of the big YouTubers who's been covering anime for forever. So I do enjoy Giguk. Hello, Matt. Long time no see. Doing all right, thank you. Doing a different stream thing today. I'm gonna be streaming 2 games. Firstly, we're on Let It Die at the moment. We've had some good runs. Got some progress to upgrading the one weapon that'll win me Pale Winds. such a silly name. Apparently, people have been telling me that the key to defeating Pale Wind is the blue machete, so I'm upgrading that sucker. It always is that, like, one ideal weapon to deal with him, isn't it? So yeah, I've never really been the trendsetter, the pathfinder for finding new ways of solving the end game content and Let It Die. There's always been people who were right on it, right from the moment any Forceman was released. Like, often you would have a day later, you'd have like the ideal way of dealing with him be released. So yeah, I kind of let other people figure it out, and I'll look it up. Just like a lot of people, I guess, like, hey, how do you take on this Forceman? And then there'll be a bunch of YouTube videos saying, hey, do it like this. So yeah. Oh, you're taking him on too, Matt, Palewind? Weird fight, isn't it? Really weird. I went in blind, but apparently there's like there's very specific tactics to it. Like, you have to get him fatigued, like you'd get what's his face, Black Thunder fatigued, and then you'd get a, you know, you'd have him. Same with Pale Wind, you have to get him fatigued, and then apparently knockback works and knockdown. Like, I still don't understand why the third hit of the murderous hockey stick doesn't knock him down. Like, this one, that should floor anything. Everything gets knocked down by that attack. Red Napalm, anyone. Black Thunder too, I'm sure. Everything gets floored by that attack, but all of a sudden Pale Wind, like, nope. More tanky than everyone else for reasons. There you go, that's how you do it. That's how you use Poison Eater. I just wish I had more of these guys to come and heal me every now and then. Oh, it wasn't you. Oh, woo, close one. Right. Rage? Ow. Nice. Now time it nice. Time it so we can get... We're gonna tag team this guy. This, Malcolm in the middle. Come on, man. I hate it when one of the fighters, the one you're targeting, gets super passive about it. Come on. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess around. I'm gonna use Rage on these guys. It's gonna lead to some bad times if I don't take it seriously. Okay. Come on, do your trick. Oh yeah, you actually spent your ammo. Oh man, look at that nonsense. Bunch of armor damage. Managed to reload. Oh, I hate this. I hate you. You're the worst. Biggest troll. Just disappear from the game forever. Okay, had to concentrate for a minute there. Those are, for some reason, not getting easier to deal with. I just cannot deal with those guys. Because they'll get very defensive if you close in on them, and then they'll just put their hands up, and then you'll be taking armor chip damage, durability damage, when they're with their stupid defense. He's a defender in many cases, because he's like one of those builds that they often have defender class represents. You know, there's certain weapon types that you'll mostly see strikers or shooters, like the heavy two-hander weapons will often be strikers, the guns will often be shooters, but this one, he's not a dex or strength based weapon. What are you? How dare you? You're just a lowly haterfied. Dare you defy me? He's flavor, isn't he? Honestly, just the purple metals, Matt, for materials. So yeah, to everyone who's watching the stream at the moment, when I finish the Let It Die stream, I'm gonna straight away start up a Monster Hunter World stream. Starting from new game, I'm gonna make a new character and go in the new game. I'm not gonna be spending hours on the character creation, I promise. Last run we did, we got like 1 War Purple, which is a pretty good find. It was from a golden chest dropped by a hater. Probably hardcore. Okay, just figuring out the situation. We're on this floor again, and it is not replaced by a shop, because that honor is reserved for the next floor, which has materials that I actually need. Right. There's really just one way, so we're there! Hooray! Aside from JoJo getting dubbed, another series I was not holding out hope for, like, either just being there, just being made, was the Berserk. The 3D Berserk. I never watched the new Berserk because the art style, I mean, if it's putting off so many people, I've had shows do an art style similar, and yeah, it's very difficult to get into, and it's yeah, I'm one of those people who find it a difficult art style to come to grips with. So yeah, I haven't really wanted to get into the new Berserk, but going to 50, it's been a lot of fast runs so far, but I don't know. I think I'll do one more run after this to Tahe again, and then call it a stream. But yeah. I'm not sure. It has been red medals all the way for floor 48, so it hasn't been that good. I found special steel, though, like 3 of them, so that's been amazing for special steel. But yeah, the purple's not dropping. It's almost like they turned back the clock and made the game function like it used to function, where you'd actually get red medals on Tahe, but you'd find special every now and then. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what I should do here. I think I'll buy... I'll do the same as I did last time, buy a few half portions. Seems to be a good investment. So yeah, the new Berserk. Crazy animation style. A lot of people are saying they kind of messed it up, which is crazy considering how popular Berserk is, and you know, the manga apparently is also really good, and it inspired the creator of Dark Souls in many ways. Like, we probably wouldn't have Dark Souls if Berserk wasn't there, so it's a kind of a big deal anime. So for them to piss off so many people with that weird art style, with that weird animation style, kind of a big deal. I watched the original Berserk anime the whole way through. I don't know exactly how much episodes it was, but it was a decently long series. Must have been like 50 episodes or something, maybe more. But it left you on such a terrible cliffhanger, just the worst. It's insane that they dared to do such a thing. Like, it was just getting really, really good. It's getting really great. The last few episodes, amazing, and then it just abruptly stops just when they're getting into some really good material. And it really seems like, more than any other show, that the anime is really just out there to promote and be a teaser for the manga. Oh. Okay. That room is dealt with. Oh yeah. I don't have a poison snail. Did I run past them? I got a feeling I ran past some poison snails. Just not been paying attention. Okay, so we've got our exit. Excuse me. Yeah, another interesting show that I kind of didn't expect them to ever fully dub was The Grey Man, or The Grey Man, like how it's written with a capital D, then a point, then grey, then a hovering stripe. Yeah, it's an interesting show, but it was always 50-50 dubbed. It was half dubbed and never got fully dubbed. But it seems that they're dubbing more episodes of it. Like there was a remake, I think, of The Grey Man. Don't know what it was called. Maybe just another The Grey Man. But yeah, I don't like the idea of picking up a remake of a show while not having watched the full original show. Kinda don't like the idea of doing that. So yeah, I'll be interested to see if they've managed to get the same voice actors that there were in the original, because they had an interesting story going there with the whole supernatural kind of like what do you call them, Avengers style team going up against the Millennium Earl and what are they called, the Cult of Noah. There were some interesting characters there. Also a really dark show. Like one criticism you could have about it is that like it kind of dragged on a little bit. I think some like certain fight scenes or certain like little campaigns that they went out on, it almost seemed like they were going on quests, and now we have to kill this swarm of those bad guys, and then we have to kill another swarm of bad guys. But I like the atmosphere, very dark and cool characters. I always hated not being able to finish watching that series. And it's been a few, like the original Hunter x Hunter. Excuse me. That was a good show. Wish I could have watched the whole thing. But it's also got a remake. What's it called? Hunter x Hunter 2012 or something? Can't wait for that to get dubbed. And I am waiting. I'm not watching the subs. I mean, there's enough shows to... there's enough entertaining anime to watch to not have to worry about putting a few shows on pause. And maybe even not finishing them. Hunter x Hunter, I am, you know, very curious about though, if they will ever dub it. Because it's got like 1 million characters in it, so they'd have to find a lot of voice actors to get that done. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, really? Well, definitely, like, look up. I mean, if you are okay with subs, it's a really good show. Action-packed, cool characters. I think well-written fights, and yeah, just a very creative show. Very good. Good watch. Feel-good show. Happy-go-lucky vibes, kind of like you'd get with One Piece or you know, like other well, there's a few more shonen type a really happy-go-lucky feel to him. Yu Yu Hakusho, that's another cool one. And if anyone's got like, if anyone's wanting to open a tab, like you should YouTube Yu Yu Hakusho's. There's this really cool OST. What's it called? I think I've got it written down here somewhere. Just got to deal with this Joker. Yu Yu Hakusho. Where are ya? What's it called? Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho song. What's the name of that thing? Monster Suits. Monster Suits, yeah. Definitely Google Yu Yu Hakusho Monster Suits. That song is absolutely badass. Really ominous, really heavy, and intimidating, like fight music. Really cool stuff. Darker, maybe. The remake seems pretty dark at times. You're talking about Hunter x Hunter, right? I don't think I got that far into it, but yeah, they really... yeah... I don't know, it's been so long ago since I've watched Hunter x Hunter. I definitely remember it's like a world full of people with superpowers, and there's like monsters everywhere, and the main character is searching for his estranged father, and there's also tournaments kind of thing going on. I don't remember it that good, but maybe it had just some dark moments in it. I don't remember them. But it's definitely a good show. I mean, I think you'll be sold after just watching like the first few episodes. You'll see whether you like it or not. Like some shows like that, like they have unfortunately like this weird repulsion you might get when you're watching this show and the main character is like a 10-year-old kid or something. You're thinking, how childish is this gonna be? Am I gonna like watching it? But you know, I kind of try and check out a few first few episodes of shows lately, regardless of whether or not like the style seems childish or not, because sometimes you have shows that like appear childish on the outside but will have some really awesome badass moments, like One Piece for instance. That's a show, it's mainly comedy, I'd say, comedy, action, feel good vibes going on with that, but it also has some really absolutely badass moments with some nasty shit going on. I mean, not sure if people die a lot in the show, but yeah, a lot of suffering happens. There's some really nasty fights in that, and just the creativeness. I think mostly the creativeness of the One Piece show is the main appeal to me. Like just I don't think a single other anime does that good of a character development and world building as One Piece that I know of. Like I'm a very visual person and I remember things visually, and them just creating a world in which they have like quadrants of areas of the world that are they often show on their maps, so give you just like a feeling of what the whole world in One Piece looks like. And then them like never staying in the same location, they're always on their ship traveling to new islands and you know, surprising new things that they'll add to the show. Just keeps you, yeah, keeps you interested, keeps you invested. And it's in the details. It's in the details for sure. The like the little quirks and the like character development. Like for instance, if Zoro would get injured in a fight, like you'll keep his scars, and throughout the series you'll have the same scars that he got from that one fight, and then he'll lose his sword, and then you'll have to find a new sword, and then he'll give his sword a name because, you know, why not? And they all have their own like designs, so yeah, very cool show. Good attention to detail. Feel good show. Good stuff. Just keeping all of this. I'm not sure if my bank is going to run out of space anytime soon. It wouldn't surprise me. Yep. Being pretty efficient with the gear. Nothing's broke so far. We've already ran up 3 times, I think. So off we go again. So yeah, there's for anyone listening who's interested in anime, anyway, there's a show which is of a very interesting art style, kind of not well known, I'm thinking. Horror-ish, but mostly very just like very creepy atmosphere going on. It's like you're stuck in a negative okami type scenario where you're in a painting, but it's a bad painting. You know, it's a dark painting. Let's go. Let's see. What's the name of that show? I think I've got it written down here somewhere. Ah, yeah. 100 Stories, Requiem from the Darkness. That's an interesting show. Like, it's episodic, but it follows some Japanese folk stories, some folklore, and kind of just like these demons coming to life kind of situation. Another weird show, I'd say, is Gankutsuo, The Count of Monte Cristo, in anime form, which is a weird one. Everyone's wearing everyone's wearing curtains for clothes. Very psychedelic. Ooh. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, mixed floor. Just a bit confusing to see this layout. Haven't seen this one in a while. Slowmungus, the original. What a rare treat. Don't know if I still need you for anything, because I'm pretty sure everything will just be immune to your effects in the future. I'm wondering what the new Jackals are going to be like. If they're not going to just make them immune to like every single mushroom effects. Uh-oh. Don't like the sound of that. Oh, you meanie. I want to break my new hat. Would have been great if I got him in a counter-attack after his little punch. That would have shown her. Murderous Rake. Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do with those. Although, I'd say all your rare mushrooms nowadays, like, they won't be useful for climbing the tower anyway. So if you need some, if you feel like ranking up in TDM, the guard shrooms, if you combine them with the original sting shrooms, that's a pretty good buff to start climbing the ranks in TDM with, especially if you're already high and your opponents are tough. Then you'll eat a guard shroom and an original sting shroom before you fights, because you're expecting a difficult defense, and then you've got like that that early burst of damage, and of course the offsetting of your defense is nullified with the guard shrooms, and you'll solve a few problems in one go like that. You'll free up some bank space and you'll climb in the TDM ranks. Oh, come on. We got you down finally. Good healing. Not bad. So yeah, if you feel like something darker for anime, probably not everyone's taste. I'm not sure if I would watch it again. Shigurui Death Frenzy is a old, well, it's a samurai anime, I guess. Kind of portraying things in a probably more realistic sense, but in some ways not really. Very dark show. And I think the same guys who made that also did Text No Lies or Tech No Lies. Don't know. It's got a H in there somewhere next to an X. That's a show I've tried to watch a few times and I couldn't really get far into it because very depressing. Ooh, rare weapon. Parasite Maxim. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah, definitely. I did enjoy that. I did watch it. Yeah, it was pretty crazy show. Oh, like they would deform these people, and they had this whole like, what would a animal feel like? What would an animal say when talking about the food chain and his place in it? It's very definitely does some interesting things. The fragmenting head opening up and then chomping down on someone. And dubstep. That surprised a lot of people. I think they made okay use of it. It wasn't like, the first episode is a shock. It's like, oh shit, is this gonna be all dubstep all the way? But they make okay use of it, you know. If you're a fan of dubstep, definitely watch. I think I'm gonna look at the other room. There might be carbon fiber. Or it might not. but you never know. No, nothing. Let's see. Yeah, it's true. A lot of things happen, and they do like have to deal with a lot of situations, and it does kind of. Yeah, they don't just shrug everything off like you see sometimes. Like that's. I was watching Terraform Mars, and I did find it weird how people would die, and they would just shrug it off. Like sometimes they would just shrug it off and act like nothing happens. And then other times they would get really emotional about it. But yeah, it was weird. Though, you know, there have been shows in the past that I've completely dropped just because of the attitude of the main character. Evangelion would be one of those, which is a shame because it's one of those big names, but I just couldn't deal with the whiny attitude of the main character. Fooly Cooly as well, but I dropped that for, you know, multiple reasons. Even though it's a creative show, but like, watch the first episode of Fooly Cooly and like, I don't know if they did it to be funny or sarcastic, but you know, when there's a ginormous factory right next to you just shooting steam into the atmosphere and there's like robots crawling out of your heads, you can't sit in your in your house and say, oh, I've got such a boring life, nothing ever happens to me. It's just weird, you know. I don't need healing, so I don't really want to see you. Whoop. Bullet metal. I don't know, was this the last run? Yeah, a few more for us to go. So, I've got down a few recommendations for anime written here. I'm just gonna try and go off a few of them. Did I have Snail yet? No, I do not have Snail. So here's a couple of shows I've watched and would definitely recommend for reasons. So one of them would be something kind of recent, Blood Blockade Battlefront, or Kekai Sensen, I think it's called, Japanese. It's episodic, but it's very, it's got very much exploding action just constantly all over the screen. Like crazy stuff happens, very creative show. It's also got probably some of my favorites opening and ending scenes, sequences from anime recently. Really catchy opening and ending for Blood Blockade Battlefront. It's actually a lot alike Space Dandy. Space Dandy was also episodic and also explosive action from start to finish. Crazy stuff going on, like stuff you don't even know what's happening anymore. All kinds of action, and of course the other thing that makes Space Dandy a good show, episode 21. A World with No Sadness. That is one crazy good episode. Ha. Are you hardcore? Yeah, you're hardcore. Gonna have to knock you on the floor again if I want to get another free hit. Defender, yeah. Come on. Ah, missed. Assassination Classroom. That's pretty good, feel-good show. Action, shonen. Really interesting concept as well. Like within the first minutes of the show, you'll see the plots, and it's just very impressive how they how they from the first minute like get you invested in watching that series. So the concept is the world is going to come to an end by the hands of this crazy powerful monster. He's so powerful, the you know, all the Earth's defense organizations, the military, no one knows how to deal with him, no one can take him on, and his proposal was to train high school kids to assassinate him. That was like his goal, what this crazy strong monster wanted to do. And yeah, like within the first few minutes of the show, the kids explain the concepts, and then they start opening fire with like a hail of bullets against this weird-looking tentacle monster teacher. Really cool show. Actually, one of my favorites. Come on. Oi. How dare you? I don't know, man. It's kind of just like, it's almost slice of life. It's more slice of life maybe than action. It's a feel-good atmosphere. I don't think if you like it after having watched 5 episodes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna like it anymore. It kind of, I thought it was really good. Like it doesn't get dark. It stays kind of as it is, consistently within its atmosphere that it is. Attack on Titan. I think everyone's heard of Attack on Titan. Kind of like the action Hollywood movies of this day and age. Like, if you think about it, really not that crazy much happens, at least in the first season. I haven't watched the second season yet for Attack on Titan. There's giants, and they want to kill normal people, and then the normal people, they want to survive, and they fight back against the giants. Basically what it is. But it's the action scenes, and it's the way they frame everything that makes it so entertaining and such a good watch. There's actually quite a few anime that do that, like where there's not really much going on story-wise, but just because of the crazy, wacky animation that they're doing, it becomes an interesting show. I think Terraform Mars also is kind of like that. Plonk. Excuse me. Oh, I should have let you heal me. Oh, I haven't taken damage, never mind. Caught you on the roll. Hey, we killed you. Yeah, the reason I'm kind of rushing through talking about some of this stuff is because I'm gonna not be talking about anime when I'm going into Monster Hunter after finishing the stream on this game. Oh, where did you go? Oh. Clever girl. I mean guy. Ergo proxy. post-apocalyptic, sci-fi, very artsy anime, amazing, amazing intro song by Monorail, which made me buy the album. And they really only have that one good song, unfortunately. Now they've got like 3 good songs or something, but yeah, their best one is the intro of Virgo Proxy. Really nice song. Black Lagoon, which is a classic. Probably has the most badass female characters in anime. Black Lagoon. Balalaika, Remy, and everyone else. That crazy girl with the voice box was a really cool character too. Excuse me? Doesn't show up often. The nuns were cool too. And Roberta. I don't know if it's a spin-off. There is an anime based on Roberta from Black Lagoon called Roberta's Blood Trail. Nice. Didn't think I would get out of that scuffle without getting hit. What floor is this? Oh my god, Irioka has not been replaced by a shop floor for once. It's a miracle. Oh yeah, that's right, you can actually see what type of material it is from a distance. Helsing Ultimate. Have I cleared out this floor? I'm sure there was no carbon fiber. Would have noticed. Yeah, Helsing and Helsing Ultimate is some really awesome anime. Alucard, really badass vampire. Kind of what you'd want vampires to be. Just ridiculously overpowered. All kinds of superpowers, just the works, you know, a full vampire experience. And everyone smiles so nicely in Helsing. They've got the nicest smiles. Best anime for smiles. Also, you've got this paladin, Alexander Anderson. Pretty cool dude. Also, like, Ultimate, I think they sold the DVD box set for Helsing Ultimates with 8 episodes dubbed and 2 not dubbed. And for the longest time, I was just waiting for that those last 2 episodes for the conclusion of Helsing Ultimate. I knew all kinds of crazy shit was about to go down. Like, for anyone not in the know, the Helsing Ultimate kind of, I think in first episode, it's got like 10 episodes. It's much longer than the original Helsing series, or at least I think it's like double as long, or a bit longer. I don't know. The original had like 20 something episodes, so it's hard to say really. But they kind of fit everything from the Helsing, I don't even know. Well, yeah, the just Helsing is 26 or so episodes, and then Helsing OVA is 10 episodes, and the just Helsing is condensed into like 1 or 2 episodes of Helsing Ultimate. And then all of a sudden they bring the Nazis back from the grave, and they try and install the Third Reich, and yeah, weird things happen, but really badass things too. And I'd say the animation is sharper for Ultimate than just Helsing. Excuse me. Wish I had that decal you have. Very jealous. Oh. Oh man. How dare you. Black Butler is a pretty good show.
Two thumbs up.
Not exactly sure in what kind of genre that falls. But I watched 3 seasons of it, and if you ask me, season 2 had a really cool ending. Like, season 2's ending made me want to rewatch the whole series, and I think that's a pretty good ending. You'd want an ending like that. I mean, you'd want your viewer, your audience to feel like that after watching an ending. Probably the opposite of, I guess, a certain kind of ending to Bleach. That pissed off a lot of people. I mean, it's not really, yeah. I don't know how I can talk about a lot of these things without spoiling certain things, but then, like, these shows are really old, so... But then, yeah, it's probably better to just try and avoid spoilers, because there's so many shows out there. I'm sure, even if it's a classic that most people have seen, if you spoil it for someone who just hasn't seen that specific anime, but has seen many others, then that would suck. Great Teacher Onizuka, or GTO. Another feel-good show about a delinquent turned school teacher. Pretty long show too. Kind of getting on in the years, but still enjoyable. Did they forget about me? I think they did. So yeah, there's a lot of shows that I haven't watched yet. Like, I've got a long list of stuff that I still have to watch or want to watch. Some really big names that I just haven't gotten through yet. Like, haven't seen all of JoJo. I've got the like just the original JoJo's Bizarre Adventure DVDs, but I haven't seen any Stardust Crusaders. Diamond is Unbreakable. Oh, missed the bar on that one. Actually, where am I? What a mean floor to give me. This is probably like the biggest free exit floor they've got, isn't it? Excuse me? I may do what you tell me. You could kill me. If I can get this guy to heal me, I'll be fine. No. Maybe? Yes, healing. Good one. Oh, fire. Actually don't care that much about fire. Here, have a snail. Poison him. Go, poison him, my pet. Gotta get rid of the ad first. Come on, buddy. You know. You know you're not supposed to be with this crowd. Yeah. Off you go. Shooter guy? I'm gonna get rid of the shooter first. Might be a mistake. He's gonna reload soon. Ah, he's being guarded. I swear the AI when you're going up 1 versus 2 or 1 versus 3 is so obnoxious. Ah, he's spent. That's great. Really hardcore. Oh, nope. Don't get hit by the last hit. That'll kill me. I think I'm just gonna run around in circles for a while. Like, I could potentially die here if I rush and try and take him on with this low health. And it's happened before. Getting greedy. Oh! I'm getting clumsy. Alright, I think we got it. Bit of healing. Oh yeah, Kill a Kill. I didn't mention that one yet. That's a crazy show. It's, I'd say, action, shonen, comedy. You'll probably know after one episode if it's for you or not. The art style is a bit different, but yeah, very good show. Good story too. Really, really creative story. I'll trip here. I'll probably have to change up my route next time, because I don't really need, I don't think I need any more of those special skills. Ew, do I have to deal with you guys? Let me just ignore them. I'm going to try and ignore them. Ugh. Hate it when they do that. Yikes. Ooh, damage. Guarded. 4,000 crit guarded, and I'm probably gonna die. I don't see me getting out of this situation properly. I'm gonna just run away. Or die trying. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm gonna try and survive, but I think I'm hungry too. I haven't probably eaten beasts and kept my hunger down. I'm gonna try and get as much distance as I can and then heal up a little bit. I also know I've left beasts around. Why are you here? Damn it. Actually, what am I doing? Come on, eat it on time. Don't kill me. Don't you dare. Whew. Nice. I forgot I had a bunch of golden rats on me. Come on. Gotcha. Okay, so a few series that I was planning on watching, or I'm starting to watch. Myriad Colors Phantom Worlds, Royal Tutor, Restaurant to Another World, Paranoia Agent and Serial Experiments Lane are two old shows, but really good psychological thrillers that I have to watch at some point. I started watching them both, but it takes some effort to get through them. Quite weird. The intro to Paranoia Agent is absolutely insane. It's got a lot of hidden meaning behind it. Text No Lies, not sure if I will get through that. Love Tyrant, seems like a good show. Heavy Objects, like a 20-something episode show, not sure if I'll manage to get through that. Chain Chronicle, seems interesting. Action fantasy setting. This is such a confusing floor for me. I'm pretty sure this floor alone saps up half of half of my stream time. It just really manages to confuse the hell out of me. Like, I cannot spend time just like wrapping my mind around all the parkouring that needs to go on and where all the materials are located. Pretty sure this is floor 4. That infamous floor 4 with the most amount of enemies. Screw you guys. Okay, so they were guarding Ultra Pure. What's up? Hello. Turtle. Super tanky turtle. Survived the 2 versus 1 encounter. Is this the way? Nope, that is not the way. Guess it's the other way then. Yep. Over there somewhere. I put a marker on my map, but that's not this game. Oh yeah, heart shrooms. I don't think I've found any, but this crush shroom actually reminds me. Looks kind of the same kind of shape as the heart shroom. But I have to pick up all the heart shrooms I find. Don't know if I'll get those quests done. There we go. You've been dealt with. Anything up here? Doesn't look like it. There might be a material in the corner. Just gonna check. Just steel. Yep. Another thing I've gotten written down here is Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon are like the gateway drug for some people to get into anime. And I'm sure there's like certain shows that everyone's got. Like Dragon Ball Z is probably the show that most got me into other anime. think the voice actress that plays Frieza in Dragon Ball Z is also playing Genkai in Yu Yu Hakusho, which is a pretty good shonen fights series, which if you like Dragon Ball Z, you might also appreciate. In fact, it has a couple of things, a couple of similarities. Like they've also got some spirit world thing going on there. They caught me. Hey, I think I've got enough gold coins to purchase something useful. Well, yeah, that was not such a great run. Got a few golden rats, not sure if I care about those. A reversal medal. No purples this time. Actually, it's been red all the way for floor 46, so I may have to start going to floor 50 again. So yeah, probably next week onwards, floor 50 will be the goal. Not sure how quick I'll be fighting Pale Wind. Depends if it really makes the difference having that those few extra levels of upgrade. We'll see.
Welcome.
So there it is, the Battle Machete E at +2 at the moment. So yeah, it would be great to have it at +3 before starting Pale Wind. But hey, maybe +2 is good enough. We'll see. And then I'll go on YouTube and look up someone's strategy and steal it from them. Just straight up steal their fighting style and their strategy. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's stream for Let It Die. Be starting Monster Hunter World in a few minutes. If you're interested in that game, stay tuned. Otherwise, see you guys next week.